This is a short bite episode of Homeschool Together. Hello and welcome to Homeschool Together short bite edition. Ariel, have you ever had the crushing feeling of being destroyed at a card game by a 5-year-old?
Yeah. Oh, she destroyed me when she was 3.5 at this game. So.
Yes. I don't think I've ever won this game.
I don't think you have either.
I have played dozens of hands of this game with our little one, and she kills me every single time. I don't know what it is.
I think it's her princess.
It's a Princess Kwan.
The aura of princess around her.
So the game we're talking about is Sleeping Queens, which is a fun little game by Gamewright, one of our favorite game manufacturers. We have a bunch
This was our first one, was it? No. Maybe Forbidden Island, and then we got this one.
Yeah, they have a ton of games. We have a lot of them. They're all so. A lot of them are sweet. They're very endearing. Mm-hmm. They're fun.
Great artwork. Always great artwork.
Great artwork. They do a good job at what they're trying to accomplish, as opposed to a game that's kind of boring. They have a fun dynamic.
The themes are always really good.
They really capitalize on the fun, and the replayability is always there. And Sleeping Queens is a great example of that. Well, maybe one of the reasons why it's so good and the reason why we lose all the time is that this game was actually invented by a 6-year-old.
Yeah, I love this about Gamewright. There's a few games, this one and Dragonwood,
that
we've read about. That somebody had this idea, a family at home, and had an idea for a game. They contacted Gamewright, and it was actually made into a game. Beloved. If you look up Sleeping Queens, click the link in our show notes, you'll see just how beloved this game is.
This game targets 2 to 5 players. It's a card-based game, so no board or anything like that. It's just a deck of cards.
Plays in about 20 minutes.
Oh, yeah, really quick, especially if you lose really fast to your daughter.
Could be 15.
The whole dynamic is the fact that there's all these queens, and they're all laying face down on a table in front of you, kind of in a grid array, and you're drawing cards. This is a great game for numbers. There's a couple different face cards. There's a dragon, there's a knight, there's a sleeping potion, a wand,
and a jester.
And a jester.
And then there are kings.
And then there's kings, and the kings awaken the queens. And then there's also number cards. Mm-hmm. And the number cards have these cool little characters on them, like ladybugs or whatever.
Right, roses.
And you're drawing cards into your hand, and you're trying to play against the opponent across or somebody else that may be next to you. And you're trying to awaken the queens, and once you awaken, I think 3 queens.
And there's a certain points, a number that the queens have, and the queens are all really fun. The cat queen, the
rainbow queen, or the rose queen. Yeah.
Right, they're all special, and the kings also, the pancake king, and they're all just kind of funny. They're funny, cute, whimsical characters, and so the kings are awakening the queens, and then on your turn you can play cards to put the queens back to sleep, to steal the queens. Or your number cards, actually, there's a math component. You can turn in a single number card to basically draw a new card, or a pair to draw 2 new, or 3 or more if you can make an addition equation that works with those cards. Now, we don't play with that particular rule because our daughter's just not quite old enough for that. And the game has worked fine without that bit. Yeah, but it's terrific for math practice. And I've heard of families doing subtraction or multiplication, or doing things that are a little bit different with the any equation goes kind of thing. So terrific for math, but we don't actually play with that part right now.
Yeah. Regardless, it's a great game. They don't even really need to know the numbers as much. No. They just need to know that, okay, this is a combination of the same thing. And
right. Before our daughter could even recognize the numbers,
she was able to play this game. Yeah. She got the rules very easily. She knew she knew if I had a king, I can awaken a queen. Very simple. One of the fun little dynamics that we've added into it is we have these little phrases that we put in to kind of amp up the game, like if she has a king and she wants to lay it down, she'll say, "Awaken, my love,"
and the king kind of floats. You're missing the float. You can't see it on the podcast.
She dances it around.
The king kind of dances and awakens her, or whatever, because our daughter's very into fairy tales.
Yeah, very whimsical nature. Yeah.
So there's that, and then a knight can steal the queen, and so we say, "I've come to rescue you," but a dragon can stop a knight, and so you roar the dragon, and then
there's a sleeping potion.
The sleeping potion can put somebody else's queen, back to sleep, so you're getting very sleepy. But a wand will counteract the potion, and we say abracadabra, So we just have these kind of all these funny phrases, and it really helps our daughter to get into it. So we would encourage you, if you get this game or already have this game, to add some fun phrases to it, because it really changes the dynamic. It's a super great little compact game. It would be perfect for any kind of trip when we can take trips again, but camping, anything like that. This is a terrific game. I think it's basically universally beloved in the game schooling community. So we just hadn't gotten around to it quite yet, and so by popular demand, we thought we would talk about it. So definitely go check out Sleeping Queens. Thanks so much for joining us today and making us a part of your homeschool journey. Please engage with us on social media. Join our Homeschool Together podcast group on Facebook and find us at Homeschool Together Podcast on Instagram. We'd love to hear your feedback, questions, and recommendations. Until next time,
happy homeschooling!